These professional chefs all want to break into the top ranks of the world's culinary elite. Deciding who has the talent to cut it is MasterChef judge Gregg Wallace.
I think that dish looks magnificent. Absolutely lovely.
And culinary legend Michel Roux Jr. With 2 Michelin stars, he's expecting perfection.
That's got bags of flavour. It's delicious.
Cooking doesn't get better than this. We're nearing the end of the search for a professional MasterChef. Marianne, Daniel and Steve are the last chefs standing. But only one of these gifted cooks can walk away with the championship title. Today they face one of their toughest challenges to date, which will test their talent, versatility and perseverance.
Really totally under pressure, and it's not good news at all.
Every plate the same, yeah? Come on, Steve, you're gonna have to go quicker than that. Come on. Go, go, go. Now is the time.
Service!
Ultimately, we're looking for a chef that has the flair, the talent, the passion, and the drive to achieve greatness. They are going to have to cook like they've never cooked before.
It's becoming a lot more real now how big this competition is now in the finals. I do feel the pressure a lot, but you've got to take all that pressure and turn it into a firing power. You've got to turn it around and make it something good.
The way for me to get that crown is to just leave Michel and Gregg with no doubt that I am the best chef. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my all into it and just go for it.
It's only a few days to get everything absolutely perfect, and there's 2 very competent chefs that stand between me and the MasterChef title, and it's up to me to blitz them out of the way.
Today's challenge is all about creating a balanced lunch for a corporate event, but not compromising on flavour or presentation.
1 hour 20. Off you go.
The 2-course lunch menu must be created from poussin, tiger prawns, pancetta, asparagus, tomatoes, peas, potatoes, noodles and rice.
I want to see today elegant food, beautifully presented, and above all, a really clever, balanced menu. We don't want overcomplicated plates of food. We want to see respect given to that wonderful array of ingredients we've given to them.
Newcastle-born Daniel started his cooking career doing work experience in a country house hotel and has never looked back. Throughout the competition, he has presented some exceptional food.
I think it's very difficult to cook a piece of fish as perfectly as this, and I think he's absolutely nailed it.
Good to look at, good to eat.
It is smooth, unctuous. You have achieved the perfect parfait. It's clever, it's good. There are signs here of brilliance.
But he doesn't always reach the levels of perfection demanded.
It was dry and really mean. The filling should have been a lot moister and better.
Daniel, you are one of our final 3. How does that feel?
Feels great, absolutely great. It was a dream of mine to get here, and now I'm here. It's just fantastic. I'm enjoying every moment of it.
You are learning rapidly. The question for us is, can you keep up the pace?
Yeah, definitely. I think I can keep up the pace. I'm a very quick learner. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I'll always give 100%.
So, Daniel, what are you cooking for us?
I'm going to do a starter of king prawns with a little side sauce and sweet chilli and a mango chili and lime salsa. And then for a main course, I'm going to do the chicken breast on a sunblush tomato and basil risotto with some char-grilled asparagus.
What about this menu is going to tell us that Daniel wants to go all the way to win this?
I really want to get the presentation down to a T today. I want it to be refined and perfect.
Daniel, sounds like you got it to me. Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Daniel is going the Asian way with the starter. However, with the sweet chili sauce, he's got to be careful not too much sweetness in there. Otherwise, it'll kill that lovely, fragrant flavour of the tiger prawn.
I think the judges already know what I'm capable of. They can see what I can do. It's just down to me now to show them how far I can actually take that talent.
15 minutes gone.
Private chef Marianne cooks for A-list celebrities and politicians and has a unique classic touch.
Perfectly cooked. It's rich, it's opulent, and it's delicious.
But in the past, she has struggled with presentation.
A broad bean to me has to be taken out of that sack for it to be a broad bean in a restaurant. That's just really disappointing.
A shame to find a bit of carrot could have been a little more better trimmed.
There's a real lack of attention to detail with the vegetables.
But she has started to overcome her presentation flaws.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Lovely. It's all gone.
Yeah, all gone.
The pastry for that little tartlet is absolutely sublime. You've also upped your game a bit because it's beautifully presented. Marianne, what are you cooking for us?
Today I'm going to keep it very Mediterranean. I'm going to cook a salad of prawns to start with tomatoes, basil, rocket, some olives, followed by roast poussin breast with a confit of the leg, served with petit pois, broad beans and asparagus à la française.
Marianne, how are you going to define your own style?
I think my style is food that leaves you feeling fantastic, so very healthy, very light, but also very refined, and so this is the perfect vehicle for me to do that.
What is it you've got to prove today?
I've got to totally deliver for you both today, but also I've got to raise the bar again, just so you know that I mean business.
Hard work this, isn't it? But you are in the final three. How does it feel?
It's quite a mixture of emotions. It's agonising, amazing, overwhelming and exhausting, but wonderful. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm going to make the most of it.
Marianne, for a main course, is very clever. She's given us 2 cooking skills. Confit the leg, so it'll be slow cooked, in lots of fat, and then crisped up. It should be unctuous and flavoursome.
I need to show more of my finesse and delicate presentation on the plate, which unfortunately, due to kind of pressures and feeling quite unsettled in the MasterChef kitchen, it hasn't always been like that. So yeah, I've got a lot more to show the judges.
Eight-year-old Steve recently stepped down as a head chef to work at Launceston Place, a well-known London restaurant. His passion and desire to push himself has produced some inventive and exceptional food.
Wow, that's really out there. I mean, that is truly creative.
It is good, very good.
But he can crack under pressure.
You need to get your timing right, you need to get the organisation right, okay?
Please, chef.
It's not acceptable. You give me 20 minutes for the shot, it's got to be ready in 20 minutes sharp. That's it.
Yes,
yeah?
chef. Please, chef.
Now you're 2 minutes behind.
Sorry, chef.
The piping has gone wrong and they're a bit too large. They're not what we would serve.
You have 10 minutes left.
Right, Steve, what are you cooking?
I'm going to do tiger prawns with some Thai flavours in there and some noodles. And then for the main course, I'm going to roll the chicken into a ballotine, poach that lightly and then roast it. Serve that with the chicory wrapped in the prosciutto and some roasted new potatoes.
How are you going to make these dishes light yet still excite?
I'm just going to pack them full of flavour and use flavour combinations that I know work, so hopefully that'll be a winner.
Is this the kind of challenge that you relish, Steve?
I just love to cook, so to come in here with all this stuff in front of me it's great for me. I just want to create something, and I think to show you can do that is another challenge for me, and I like being pushed.
ingredients. My only worry is that it's going to be maybe too simple. We are still looking for very creative and elegant food. Can Steve wow us with his presentation, even though he's going to give us a very basic menu?
I feel I've worked massively hard in this competition. It's taken a great deal of effort to get this far, and it's only going to take more as it goes on. It's tough, it's emotionally draining. It's just a lot of hard work to get the dishes to the standard you want them.
You have 3 minutes left. On the plates, please. Time's up. Stop.
Have the finalists managed to create a light, nutritious lunch menu that still reflects their culinary ambitions? Daniel's first dish is tiger prawns with ginger and lemongrass, a mango chili and lime salsa, and a sweet and sour chili sauce.
Lots of lovely, vibrant colours. It looks appetising and not too big. Prawns are well cooked, well seasoned. The sweet chili sauce is good, but it is far too sweet. The salsa is really nice, very pleasant, very light. I would like this dish without the accompanying sauce.
Okay.
Prawn is nicely cooked. That sweet chili dip is sweetness, but no chili. It'd be really nice to give it a big smack of chili as well.
Daniel's main course is poussin breast with a tomato and basil risotto with grilled asparagus and confit tomatoes.
I think it looks really nice, very appetising. For a lunch, I think it works. Very intense tomatoey flavour, which actually works very well with that chicken. The chicken is well cooked, well seasoned. I'm glad that you haven't overladen the risotto with any cheese or cream, so you've kept it really quite light. Flavour-wise, I can hardly fault that.
Love your flavours. Don't like the texture of the creamy risotto in there as well. I like the flavours, nonetheless.
I really do want to start getting 10 out of 10 for things. I really do want the judges to start saying things of mine are perfect. I think all I need to do is just eliminate the little mistakes and just refine everything I do a little bit more.
Marianne's starter is a salad of tiger prawns, green beans, slow-roasted tomatoes and olives.
I think it looks great. Lovely colours, very appetising. It's the kind of salad that I would want to dive into. Very well cooked prawns, very sweet and juicy. The tomatoes are delicious as well. The salad itself is slightly under-seasoned. I think portion-wise, it's good.
Very, very big flavours on there. The prawn just about makes a showing. But I'd eat it all, and I think it looks lovely.
Marianne's second dish is roast breast of poussin with a confit of the leg, served with petit pois, asparagus and broad beans, with lemon thyme roasted potatoes and an aioli dip.
It is uncomplicated and unfussy, but it looks sophisticated and it looks really elegant. I think it's an ideal plate of food for lunch. That's got bags of flavour. It's delicious. Chicken is well cooked. I would have liked the confit leg to be crisped up a bit though. The roast potatoes are very good, and I would have no problem in probably finishing them off. It wouldn't be a light lunch, it would be a pretty heavy lunch, but I would be enticed into eating them all.
I think that dish looks magnificent. I've said it about you before. You just get it. I really like that. If I have one complaint, it's I think that jus could have a little bit more flavour. It took a while before anything hit, but when those flavours did start to hit, they were delightful. Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
You know, I'm really growing in the competition. I think my food's kind of developing all the time, and I'm really excited the way it's going. And so what I take away from the challenge today is that I want everything to be more refined, keep that presentation there, get consistency with the seasoning, which is really slack on my part, and just, yeah, keep on onwards and upwards.
Steve's starter is Thai spiced tiger prawns with noodles.
A very well cooked prawn, well seasoned. I'm finding it, though, lacking in acidity. And one thing I have noticed, you haven't deveined the prawn, which really is a sin. It can be full of grit, sand, and it's not particularly nice to eat. And visually, it looks horrible.
Yeah. Nice textures, well-cooked noodles, sweet prawn, but not enough sharpness, no chili heat. I would eat it, but it could have been so much sharper.
Steve is hoping his main course of roast ballotine of poussin with endives, pancetta and new potatoes will fare better.
It looks like there's a lot of work that's got into this. It does, however, lack vibrancy and colour. My idea of a light lunch would incorporate a lot more vegetables or salad leaves. Bags of flavour in there. The ballotine is really nice, well seasoned, well cooked, still moist inside. The potatoes are really sticky because you've put lots of that sauce in there. I just think it's lacking a bit of green, a bit of colour, to bring it up to what I was envisaging as a light lunch.
The sharpness that comes out of that chicory is a lovely balance to the sweetness and the lightness of the chicken. I'm impressed that you get such big flavours out of those ingredients.
I don't feel it was up to the standard in there today that I've set myself. I feel I've let myself down today, and to drop that standard was really, really disappointing.
Some of the menus were not quite as balanced as I would have liked, but the level of cooking was good. Great seasoned food, well cooked, well prepared. It's the level that we were expecting. These are finalists after all.
But there are a couple of little mistakes from everybody, you know, and they're walking into a huge challenge next.
Daniel gave us some grilled tiger prawns and a very, very sweet chilli dip. There was far too much of this sweet chilli dip and it was far too sweet. I didn't find it a particularly well-balanced starter. It was good, but it certainly wasn't mind-blowing. His main course I thought was really nice. I enjoyed that tomato risotto. It was well seasoned and it was all held together in a bowl with those really nice roasted cherry tomatoes and the grilled asparagus. It worked well. I thought that was a nice main course.
He's always known flavour. We've said it before. Presentation was his weakness and he is growing. He's getting better and better.
It's just a case of taking every day as it comes and trying my hardest. I believe if I produce well and produce my best on the day, I think that will be good enough to win me the competition at the end of the week.
Marianne definitely impressed me today because that, I thought, was a really well-balanced menu. And it had a theme, and it was actually very clever. The starter, she had actually cooked the king prawns in the shell and then peeled them. That meant that they stayed really moist and sweet. That salad really did sing out. It was delicious. The only fault I could find was that the salad leaves and the French beans were not seasoned enough.
That main. Oh, that was lovely. That's yummy food. And then you serve it all with a bowl of roasted salad potatoes and an aioli. I mean, you couldn't help but impress with that lunch. I mean, that is just great.
It is a total roller coaster, and 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down, and obviously you're only as good as your last meal. But the only way forward and the only way I can win it is by delivering on everything and just upping the standard.
Steve's story today was a tale of two dishes. All his energies went into the main course, and he really ran out of ideas on his starter.
Steve's starter was a big disappointment for me. It should be a fantastic way to start a meal. light and fresh, zingy, chilli flavours. However, he didn't achieve that. It was bland. He'd also forgotten to remove the digestive tract from these prawns. That is not acceptable. His second dish was beautifully presented, elegantly sliced, beautifully placed on the plate. But it was just brown. There were no green vegetables on that plate. In fact, the whole menu was out of kilter, was out of balance. It tasted great, though. It was accomplished cooking, but I don't think that it was really true to the brief that we gave him.
It's only early in the finals week and already I feel pretty exhausted, so I just need to pick myself up and crack on with it, really. It's just about keeping up the high standards and pushing on.
They are going to have to step up. They are cooking for VIPs at a corporate event in one of the country's leading sporting arenas. That sort of lunch does not come cheap. Those standards of those guys is high.
This is serious pressure. They can't afford to mess up on anything. It has to be perfect. They have to deliver.
With a lot to prove, the finalists have to take everything they've learned today and implement it in the next tough challenge. On the other side of London, the finalists are about to face the intense pressure of cooking at one of the world's biggest football clubs, Chelsea.
Welcome to Stamford Bridge, home to Chelsea Football Club, the aristocrats of London, the team where all the multi-millionaires come and expect not only champagne football, but great food. Today you are cooking lunch in an exclusive box. The clients have huge expectations. The game is going to kick off at 3. They expect to be fed on time. Off you go.
Chelsea is one of the world's richest football clubs. In 2003, it was sold to Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich in a deal worth £140 million. Like all major clubs, Chelsea has developed their corporate entertainment, with the most exclusive boxes costing £1 million a season. In 3 hours, the finalists will be serving 16 VIPs, including double gold Olympic rower James Cracknell and England cricket star Kevin Peterson, who'll all be expecting a fresh and healthy lunch.
This is just the most fantastic opportunity. It's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so I'm just so excited. I'm in the final now, there's no room for any errors, and, you know, we're properly on show today, so it's, you know, it's quite a challenge.
So it's definitely one of the biggest challenges of my career, cooking for people that expect perfection, and they've done a lot for this country and sport in this country, so I think they deserve something a bit special.
I'm really excited to cook today, to cook for these guys. These guys are sporting legends, and I'm a really big sports fan, so to get to cook for these guys today, it's going to be fantastic. Dream come true, really.
These guys have really got their work cut out. It's an unbelievable amount of pressure. To get those 16 plates of food ready, it's a phenomenal amount of work.
To fit the brief of a light and well-balanced menu, Marianne has designed a starter of crowns of English asparagus served with poached pheasant eggs and a morel and spring black truffle dressing.
Marianne, is there anything in particular you're worried about?
Once the crowns are done, they're done and they're sorted and they look beautiful, but they're very difficult, obviously. They take a lot of fiddling around with.
So you're going to put the tips in here, the stalks in the middle, and then tie it.
Yep.
Marianne, you have got a lot of work.
I know.
That's a very fiddly job. And you know they've all got to look identical.
Yeah.
Absolutely identical.
Yes, chef.
Daniel's main is roast lamb with basil polenta, grilled aubergines and courgettes, and a beetroot syrup.
Right, Daniel, what's going to impress our VIPs?
I think the clean, crisp flavours, the presentation on the plate, and hopefully they'll see my passion coming through in the actual dish.
OK, matey, you better crack on and move it, eh?
Cheers, chef.
Steve is making strawberry and elderflower jelly with yoghurt sorbet, champagne foam, and a black pepper tuile.
Have you practiced this dessert before?
I've tried elements of it. I've tried the jelly out. I know the sorbet works, and I know all the elements work. I just haven't done it all together.
The finalists now only have 2.5 hours to prep before moving upstairs to a finishing kitchen. Time is of the essence, as the match will not wait for them. With time against her, Marianne still has to peel 110 asparagus spears, make sure that they are cut to exactly the same length, and then delicately tie them together to make 16 perfect crowns.
How many's that? 1. 15 more to go. Guys, you have 1 hour. It's 11 o'clock. 1 hour.
Marianne's struggling to keep on top of her workload when the fire alarm goes off.
Come on, guys, we've got to go out. Come on. OK, come on, back to work. Quick. Come on, guys.
Although it's a false alarm, it has caused major problems.
No gas. Do you know when it's going to be back on?
The fire alarm has automatically cut the gas off. Marianne can't cook her asparagus, Steve can't melt his jelly for his gelatine, Daniel can't roast his bones for his sauce. The pressure is piling up.
The gas is off. Luckily, my asparagus was just there. But I can't cook the other half. So, yes, it's worrying. But at the end of the day, you're just going to have to push on and get around it somehow. It just means that I'm not kind of on the roll that I originally was. So, yeah, I'm really under pressure, and it's not good news at all.
It's taken time to get the gas and everything switched back on. So it's put me behind, but at the end of the day, it's just a case of working hard and getting through it.
On top of the fire alarm slowing Daniel down, he has another problem.
You know the standard we're looking for?
Yeah, I know the standard.
Nice clean bone.
Yep.
All of this to be trimmed down, beautifully presented. A lot of work there.
Hell of a lot of work. When I ordered the lambs in, I was expecting them to be French trimmed, which would mean they actually had all the sinew and all the mess taken off the bones already. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
Daniel said it's taken him extra time because he had to French trim the lamb himself. Come on, this is professional MasterChef. He's a professional. He should be able to surmount that challenge.
With time running out, Steve must ensure his jellies are set, his yoghurt sorbet is frozen, his champagne foam is the correct consistency, and his tuiles are baked to perfection.
Timing-wise, are you doing all right?
Yeah, I think so. My most pressing thing is getting the jelly in. I'm just stewing the strawberries down at the moment, so I need to pass them off and blast chill the liquid.
And the sorbets?
And the sorbet as well. That's ready to go in the machine, so I think that'll be okay.
Careful, no dribbles. Need to get that in the blast chiller quickly, Steve, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Be steady, eh? Careful, huh? Don't trip up now.
Finally, Steve's jellies are in the blast chiller, but whether they set on time is a gamble.
30 minutes, guys, 30 minutes until we have to start moving upstairs.
I don't know why I chose this starter. It's a good idea at the time, but they're not holding very well, and I've got loads to do. I haven't even kind of touched the rest of the dish yet, so really totally under pressure.
Marianne is struggling. She has got serious timing issues here. It's taking forever to tie those little crowns. Right, Marianne, we've got 5 here.
Yep.
And you have half an hour. Are you going to be able to get them ready before 12?
Yes, chef.
You know that you still have to crumb that bread as well?
Yeah, I know I've got loads to do, chef.
There is an alternative.
Serve it loose.
Yes, serve it loose, exactly. But I'm only saying that. You are going to have to make that decision.
I'm going to push for it, chef.
You're going to push for it?
Yeah.
Good, that's what I want to hear. Well done. Go for it then. Go, go, go.
I'm not sure if I picked the right time to really push myself, but yeah, I'm pushing myself. So I'm determined to come out on top.
After 15 minutes in the blast chiller, there's a problem with Steve's jellies.
Yeah, blast chiller's made a bit of a mess of the jellies. The fan in it's so strong, it's kind of blown them across, so a bit of a clean-up job there later, I think.
But is it setting?
It's setting, yeah, it's getting there. I think by the time we have to go upstairs, it should be good.
Meanwhile, Michel is concerned about Daniel's timings.
You are thinking about the lamb, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Roasting tray ready?
I am thinking about it.
Don't just think about it, do it. Do it. I want the rack of lamb to be neat and perfect. He has to get that lamb pre-cooked before we take it upstairs. And that is a major issue because timing is of the essence.
At noon, the finalists have to finish their prep before travelling upstairs to the finishing kitchen.
That's looking good. Trolleys are here, guys. Come on, let's load up. Let's go. Now's the time. How many more, Marianne?
I've got 2 more left to do, chef.
Well done. Yes, well done.
Once upstairs, the contestants will only have 30 minutes to finish cooking and plate up their 16 dishes. Timings have to be spot on, as kick-off will not wait.
Guys, have you got a spare pair of hands?
What do you need, Marianne?
Can you lay the plates out?
Yeah, on that now.
Just don't give it a knock at all, because it's so fragile.
Even though Marianne has finished her crowns, she still has 35 eggs to poach, her morel mushrooms to fry, and her breadcrumbs to cook.
Feeling really under pressure, I'm a little bit worried about the asparagus crowns. Some of them need a little facelift. Service time is coming up pretty soon, and this kitchen's very small and really hot.
Your lamb, how's it cooked now?
At the minute, that is still blue. It still needs 6 minutes through the oven, 2 or 3 minutes to rest, and then I'll carve it from there.
I would recommend resting at the very least 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah?
The longer a rack of lamb rests, the more tender it will be. Work back. You say 5-6 minutes roasting time. I have my doubts if that's blue.
Okay.
You can't afford to mess up. It has to be just perfect.
No problem, I'll take that on board, definitely.
Take that on board, work back.
Yes, chef.
It's 1 o'clock, and the VIP guests have started to arrive at the £1 million corporate box hosted by Adidas MD Gilles Stayat.
Focus, guys. I can see one of the crowns collapsing, yeah? Attention to detail, huh? Come on, keep it neat and tidy. Just remember who you're feeding.
They're not as perfectly symmetrical as I would like them to be, but they're nearly there.
Lovely crowns. I'm glad you managed it. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Well done. Teamwork. I love it. You happy with that, Marianne?
Yes, chef.
OK. Marianne, that's it. They are all in.
OK, chef.
Come on, let's get it going.
OK, guys, can you just take it really steady because they're really delicate? Thank you very much.
Magic. Well done.
Well done, darling. Well done.
Thanks for your help, boys. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Oh, my goodness.
Marianne hopes the VIPs will find her crowns of English asparagus, poached pheasant eggs, and a morel and spring black truffle dressing light, balanced, and delicious.
Yeah, the starter looks pretty good. I don't know how it's going to taste. Asparagus and eggs, different combination, one I've never had before, but I'm looking forward to trying it.
Oh, the egg's very nice, nicely cooked. A lot of asparagus, but it's nice.
Presentation's really good. Asparagus is really, really soft. Egg's got a really nice texture to it. Lovely, really nice.
The truffle is nice because it's so meaty, so even though it's a vegetarian dish, it gives it a bit more substance, I think. I think it's a winner.
That works really well. The asparagus are perfectly cooked. The truffle there is nice and fragrant. I think it's missing just a pinch of seasoning. Just a little bit more seasoning would be good. Presentation's really nice, and I think it looks really neat and special.
I'm happy that I pushed myself now, but like an hour ago I didn't even have time to think, what are you doing? Why did you choose that menu? But at the end, I think it's going to pay off. So I'm happy that I've pushed myself.
How's that lamb doing?
Yeah.
All right, if you're happy with it, yeah? It smells good.
Everything is at stake for Daniel as he does his final check on his lamb.
Look at that. Spot on, well done, lovely. Look at that. That lamb is perfectly cooked.
I'll show you how to put one of the lambs on. Rest one up against the other, so it's just like that, yeah. If you start over here, I'm going to follow you right across it.
Keep it neat and tidy. Ooh, one pull into missing, that's it. Okay, come on. Every plate the same, yeah?
Way shot.
Guys, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm happy with those.
Can they go with the first wave?
Daniel is looking to impress with his roast lamb with basil polenta, grilled aubergines and courgettes, and beetroot syrup.
This is magnificent. Meat, absolutely perfect. It's fantastic. I like it. Real good.
I find the sweet dressing a bit too sweet and a bit sickly for me personally, but still really nice.
It's been a push. There was times I thought I'm not going to quite make it, but I've made it, and I just hope everybody out there's enjoying it. I hope Chef Michel enjoys it as well.
The polenta is well cooked, but it's lacking in seasoning. The beetroot syrup is delicious, adds a real bit of sweetness to the dish. The lamb is cooked to perfection. It's tasty, flavoursome. He has done well. Are you getting there, Steve?
Yeah, just assembling now.
Cool. Remember, be ready on time, yeah?
Yeah.
They don't want to miss kick-off.
The blast should have blew some of the jelly up the side of the plate, so I've cleaned that up. It's left the edges a little bit rough, but generally I'm quite pleased with that.
That is looking good. Come on, Steve, you're going to have to go quicker than that. Come on, come on. 2 minutes, guys. Yeah, 2 minutes, Steve. Steve, they're ready. Go, go, go. Now is the time.
Yeah. Service! Steve up. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Steve's pudding is strawberry and elderflower jelly with yoghurt sorbet, a champagne foam, and a black pepper tuile.
That is really delicious. I hate jelly. The most pointless food in the world, but actually, it's really, really, I think this is very special food. Really good.
If I saw yoghurt sorbet in the ice cream section of the supermarket, I'd walk straight by, but maybe not anymore.
Very fresh, edgy with the champagne foam, and the yogurt ice cream is very nice. I like it.
The combination here, magnificent. Absolutely love it. I want some more.
That sorbet is delicious. It's just right. A little bit of sweetness, lots of sour yogurt flavour. Really good. The champagne froth is really nice. You can really get the full flavour, almost the fizz of the champagne, which is great. It's cute, refreshing, it's seasonal, it's fun, it's everything that a dessert should be.
In previous rounds I've had difficulties with dessert, so to come here today and hopefully pull it off, I'm pleased with that. I'm just relieved that the jelly's set and didn't end up as being a strawberry consommé with a bit of foam on top.
On behalf of everybody, I think we thoroughly enjoyed our lunch this afternoon. The combination of the starter were really, really good. They were put together fantastically well. The main course, the meat was fantastic. And I think everybody enjoyed the dessert. I mean, every single one of us wanted more. So thank you so much, and hope you guys go okay. Good on you.
It's really nice. It's a real pleasure to be cooked for like that. It's awesome. Thanks, and good luck. Hope you get through it.
It felt really fantastic walking in there to a massive round of applause and cooking for really talented sportsmen and women. It's fantastic, amazing opportunity.
To have Kevin Peterson saying that he loved my main course, it was a fantastic feeling. It's great. It puts you on a high.
Really chuffed after that feedback. It was just what I was hoping for, really. It was as much as I could have expected. So, really pleased.
With the final of this MasterChef Championship looming, these 3 chefs have to maintain the incredible standards they have risen to, or risk losing the title. Daniel has had his ups and downs, but he's proved that when it comes together, he can really deliver.
I think after today, I've shown the judges how committed I am. I've just got to get perfection, basically. 9 out of 10 isn't good enough for me anymore. I need 10 out of 10 every time now.
Marianne has also been accused of not always reaching perfection, but today she's shown she can push the boat out when it really matters.
It's fantastic being in the finals, but to become a winner is just amazing. It's my hopes, it's my dreams, and, you know, I'll be honest, I'm totally desperate to win it. Of course, I want it more than anything.
Steve can buckle under pressure, but when he gets it right, his food can be modern, creative and inspiring.
Today's given me a massive amount of confidence to think that I can push on and win this and take it all the way. It's given me that enthusiasm to go on and hopefully delight the judges.
Next time, our 3 finalists are back in the spotlight, cooking historic dishes for an elite dinner at the Royal College of Physicians.
Oh dear. They're not cooked yet?
No.
The peach has to be cooked. You are going to have to move your backside. Come on.